Please stand by for next transmission in 5 seconds.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
Take my hand, explain to me this project called humanity. Don't let go while on this ride. There will be no surprise. All I know is that we shouldn't be sad when we think the road ahead. Take my hand, we're almost there.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show. It's been a pleasure to take your hand. And remember, no matter how cramped and stuffy we feel, there's always a breath of fresh air in our memories of blue skies.
Alright, chat, that was the trailer for Golf Club Wasteland. Alright. We're being joined by Untold Tales Games is following. Thank you so much for the follow. We're joined now by Rumham from the development studio. Welcome.
Hello, hi there.
Do you want me to call you Rumham, or do you have any...
No, that's just obviously Discord name. Name's Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Yes,
That is way better than Rumham. I went mini golfing last week, and not gonna lie, didn't love it. Well, Rishka, you're simply not in the 1% to enjoy this, because this game is all about the 1%, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get started with the game, I just showed the trailer. That's why we're a couple of seconds late. Let's go and introduce yourself.
Sure. Okay, so I'm Paul. I'm from the publisher who's putting out Golf Club Wasteland. Sadly, I'm not a developer, so I'm not the smart person who knows how to make the game. But I've spoken to the developers like hours, so I can obviously answer a lot of the questions as to how they came up with this. What are some of the ideas behind it? Yeah.
All right, great. Are you also based in Poland, or?
Yes, I'm based in Poland.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
And then the developers are based mainly in Serbia, and then they've got their main audio guy. He's sitting in Tokyo. He's been there for years.
That's very fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can speak about Polish. I can speak a little bit. I can understand most of it. Wanted to begin with the Dzień dobry.
Make us feel welcome.
Yes, exactly. Let me just change the language. English. Let's go. Grain options. Can I somehow let's rewatch the opening real quick. So also very nice disclaimer at the beginning, like every resemblance to real persons, blah blah blah, is purely incidental, because my first question is going to be the astronaut that we saw in the first picture. He's bald like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. We get a lot of people asking that question. I think actually the creative director had a very good response. So I'm just going to give his quotes. The character in the game, Charlie, he's a real astronaut, because at some point in the game you see that he was actually a pilot. So he's the real astronaut. Jeff Bezos is not.
Yeah. Also,
that's all I have to say on that.
Also, Tesla City on Mars. That says a lot. Now, citizens of Mars take a trip to Earth to golf, because Earth is now just a golf resort for the ultra rich.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when I first so the first thing you hear about the game obviously is the name Golf Club Resort. I was like, Golf Club, not my favorite genre, but then I just saw the trailer, and like Chad, you also saw the trailer. We got like Fox News, which was just, I'm surprised this isn't actually like a thing that everyone says, because it's just so on the nose. I love it. Then we have Kofefe. It's just so good. It's just, I love it. It's so great.
The developers have put so many Easter eggs in that they've actually lost count of like how much is in there. Like there's references to from early philosophers right through to like contemporary stuff that you like picked up on. There's tons of things. Like I can give you like one example. There's a level where in the background you see the name of a company. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's Omnico, or I can't remember the exact spelling, but it's basically it looks sort of just like a standard word, but it's the second biggest river in South America, and the idea is it's a sort of an Easter egg for Amazon. They have their logo instead of the smiley face, it's actually a frowny face.
Amazing. That is funny.
And throughout sort of that level, there's a whole bunch of like containers, and then sort of the logo is like something about labor-free shipping and all that stuff. So like, there's just tons of stuff that they've thrown in here.
Oh, nice. Give me just a second. So yeah, also in the back, that is the plutonium, I think, not plutonium, atomium in Belgium, right?
Yes. So there's a few like notable like locations. They intentionally also try to steer away from like a lot of the American ones, since they are European, they're Serbian, and they're based in Europe. So they wanted to make like a game that has some locations that are like real world, but also not like the more obvious ones. Like, you know, they avoid intentionally things like the Statue of Liberty or something like, you know,
yeah, we need
the White House.
We need more European supremacy. I agree.
Yeah.
Also, the ones. Rishka, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I saw the one statue, and I was like, is this a Liberty statue? But it didn't seem like it. But yeah, I would say let's hop right in. Would you recommend controller or keyboard?
You know what? I personally prefer it on keyboard and mouse. I feel like there's more like nuance there. But if you go in with your controller and you set the sensitivity like to your liking, it should be fine.
All right, let's just change it around a little bit then. Also, Rishka asks if I'm going to write an Easter egg guide. No, Rishka, that would be silly. It's called a wiki. I ran to a restricted area where the taxi ship landed.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Hello, all you Martians out there.
And this is us.
With soul, with a bit of that old world flavor. You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
And then we have to press A to launch.
This project called humanity.
And we also heard this little song with the Explain This little project. Is that an original song?
Yeah. So first of all, like the voice that you're hearing, that's actually the audio director, the guy sitting in Tokyo. So he does like he's the radio DJ. All of the music that the guys put together, it's self-produced and self-written. Anything where there's vocalists, they then went and like sourced certain like singers that they kind of found through various ways. But everything is self-produced. And then in between all the music, they have these stories that you hear from like callers that are dialing in. Because the idea is the radio show is being broadcast from Mars. It's from the people who fled to Mars, and now this is sort of their radio station, one of their little things to keep them happy while they're up there on that horrible, horrible planet.
I mean, is it really horrible? I mean, the 1%, right?
Here's the thing, like while you listen to the story, right? While you listen to the radio, in between, if you read between the lines what the radio DJ is saying, he's painting a picture that it's not a very good life up there. And that's sort of like something that's a lot of like scientists and like a lot of the like academic community are even saying now in real life, like there's this push to go to Mars, and like there's this, we should get people up there. So many people are pointing out Mars absolutely sucks at being able to sustain life. We have a world where we can actually live, and for some reason there's this obsession to get us up into like one that is not like fit for us.
I was a little distracted by these radioactive others in the background. So that's a funny thing. Would you say this is specifically about? Oh God, is that? Let me use my mouse real quick. Yeah, I think. Okay, no, okay, that's actually the animation. I thought I had like Joy-Con drift or something.
Oh, all in one. Oh, very close. Very close.
Oh yeah, wait. Am I sharing the game to you? Okay, wait.
I'm watching via Twitch, so there might be a slight delay as to what I'm seeing.
Yes, no, I will. I'm usually also wait. I can't. The game doesn't get recognized. Amazing. I'm also streaming the game through Discord to you, so you don't hear the same audio and stuff. Give me just a second.
I muted the audio, if anything.
Ah, right. But so you have the beautiful game audio. Interestingly enough, Discord doesn't recognize it as a game, so I need to add it in for a second. Add it. Golf Club Wasteland. Add game. Great. Now it should work. Alright, you should now see it on Discord.
Yep.
Interesting. Alright, great. Does it show Discord sometimes for you too?
I'm just actually seeing your logo on the screen.
Huh. Oh wait, so...
wait. There we go, sorted.
Alright, great. Also, Rishka asking chat, hey Paul, do you like golfing? Did you do golfing as a team building workshop thing? Honestly, that's an amazing question.
To be honest, a lot of the team don't play golf at all. Like, it's a bit of a rich snobby sport. Like, to be clear, the idea sort of came about. I don't know if people have seen. There's this famous photo of a bunch of golfers playing golf while there's a massive wildfire in the background.
I think I saw that. Was that last year with the California fires?
A lot of people associate it to that, but this actually came out in around 2018. It was somewhere in Oregon. I'll find a link and I'll throw it in. Basically, that was where the idea came from.
Cuddy has seen the photo. Nice.
Yeah. So that was sort of like the developers had seen that photo, and then they were like, "Fuck, there's an idea behind this." And that's sort of like where this like clever sort of mix and sort of their design decisions came about, because they knew that they wanted to make a game that's like talks about things like climate change and like the Silicon Valley sort of like dangerous sort of outlook, and then also things like loneliness, nostalgia, desolation. Like it's all very like bleak topics, and so the idea was like if they fuse that with something like golf and sort of put that whole story in the background, it's not as like depressing and like in your face. And so that's sort of where that idea came from. The golf here is sort of just, it's quite simple, and it's like there's not a lot of complications. It's not like a simulation game where you have to take into consideration like wind and all that, and like, you know, like ground.
There is no more wind. Climate change took care of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, basically the devs asked, how can we talk about climate change without people going, oh no, I don't want to talk about climate change.
Exactly. Pretty much like how do you get people to stick around for a very, very bleak, depressing story and not like quit the game after like a couple of levels because it's just too much. The idea is that they introduce you very slowly to the doom and gloom as opposed to like throwing it in your face right from the start.
Something I also I just saw before I'm doing the golf thing, there's a person behind there. If I read the narration right, somebody said I used to watch them, so like the space golfers through the fence. So people are actually still living on Earth?
So yeah, so there's essentially like three sort of avenues that you get story from. It's the radio station. Then there's the narration of the golfer. If you get his diary to unlock after every hole, you kind of piece together his story. And then you've got the narration of someone who's watching you in the background, and that's that person back there. As you play through the game, you sort of figure out more as to who that person is, what's their story, and then sort of culminates into the whole thing at the end.
Hey. New diary anti-locked. Ah, yes, speaking of the devil. So they wore protective suits like giant insects with jetpacks. Also, Rishka asked how much actual golfing has been incorporated in the process.
Other than maybe going to like, you know, a few putt like miniature golf like places, like not too much. We didn't do extensive research by like going to St. Andrews or something like that.
Did you do extensive research on climate change?
That in a way, yes. I mean, like, I feel like we all live in a time where like we pretty much know that this is like a problem. So it's never about sort of like presenting facts or like new revelations. They're sort of just taking what is being said by a lot of people as to how this is going to pan out, and then they just kind of put together a vision of like what this might look like, and then what it might look like if people then turned it into a golf course.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty shitty vision, and it's a pun because I'm zooming in on this. It's also very interesting here. Pipe dreams. Well, Earth is a pipe dream if it continues like that.
Exactly.
Oh! 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 I'm running around the field. Yo! Where's my achievement for this? Oh. Yeah. Also, here's here's the diary. Welcome to the Wasteland. My legs are numb. I'm too old for these trips. 2 strokes or less to unlock. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Radioactivity. Outskirts of Alphaville. I should stop by Jean-Luc's for a warm croissant and espresso. Is that a Star Trek reference?
A little bit. Alphaville is also a reference to a 1965 Jacques Godard movie. Alphaville is a place where it's this dystopian sort of city where love is forbidden. And so they sort of put this as like the main sort of like hub as to where a lot of these rich people were based.
Interesting.
Anything where sort of like a lack of human emotion is connected, there's sort of like what they associated with like these ultra rich people here.
Did I see someone move on that fence? I'm starting to see things. Must be the shock of coming back. Hazy dreams. I have to stay on the golf course. The corporation will be suspicious if I roam off, and a couple of golfers disappeared. Better stay safe. I'll break my neck on shipping containers with these mutant seagulls and drugs. Interesting. Oh, this is really cool. Basically, you have to become good to unlock more narratives.
A little bit. Essentially, the story mode also doesn't sort of punish you. Like there's essentially 3 modes, and the story mode doesn't tell you to get it within a certain amount of strokes. But since you've got the stroke counter on the side there, that's indicating that like wait, did you select story mode?
I selected challenge mode.
Okay, so challenge mode is essentially like middle ground. If you don't get it in within the amount of strokes, the level will reset.
Yeah.
And then there's iron mode, which basically, if you lose your golf ball or go over the strokes at any point, your entire progress gets wiped from the start.
Wait, your entire progress, aka the entire game from the beginning?
Well, I mean, obviously, like if you unlocked stuff in story mode, we're not going to wipe it, but essentially, you can't. It would take you back to the start of the game for iron mode. Challenge mode is middle ground. It will just reset you on the level.
I'm an achievement hunter, but I'm not. I'm not that masochistic.
Yeah.
My God.
There was debate as to whether we should put a trophy behind this one, and eventually we decided, you know what? Why not?
Oh no!
Give them just the one trophy that they'll have to get during iron mode.
Oh God. Ah, so close. And yeah, you actually gave me the key for the full game, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is the game already out?
No, the game comes out September 3rd, so next Friday.
So this is kind of that stroke was pathetic.
Yeah, let's pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, this is diary notes. Nice, 2 diaries. This is kind of the better then. We can play until level 12. Burn bridges. No one has the guts to say it, but we know that half of the Mars population is on those OMAS pills. People just can't cope. Oh, wait, zero mass pills.
OMAS, no, OMAS.
OMAS.
That's also an Easter egg of some sort. It's something I've never actually heard of. I remember when the dev was telling me about it, I was like, I've never heard of that. It's some obscure film from like some Art Nouveau film from like the 70s. I was like, all right.
I think like this game would get like one of the biggest TV trope pages ever in indie game history.
Very possible.
Like, I'm tempted to take on the challenge, but I feel like even I wouldn't see all the references, or even...
like 100%, dude. Like,
yeah,
I think the only people... I guarantee you, even the devs don't even know some of the references that each of them have snuck in here. Like...
Yeah, like, I'm not even sure if I want to understand a reference, like... Sure, I won't understand what it is referencing, but I don't even realize it is a reference. Then we have Danubius and something here like... Loakin? In the background,
Again,
I think that's a Greek letter.
Like, there's so much of it that, like, I honestly lost track. Like, the ones I know I'd be able to point out, I'd literally I gave up asking them about, like, what everything means, because it just got too much, honestly.
Oh god, how am I gonna do this one? I have 12 strokes.
So I can give you a clue if you want, because, like...
I feel like the seagulls will either pick up the ball, or it's gonna, like, they're gonna stick to the shit.
Nah, not that much. So like this level, you're obviously you think to yourself that alright, I need to go up all those platforms. But if you look to your right, that window there is also no, a little bit back. That window is breakable.
Ooh.
So
wait, then I'll do a little. No. I just got an achievement. Keine Sorge, so etwas passiert. No worries, something like this happens. Yeah. Okay, let's do a big one then. Whee!
There you go.
The question is how we'll get it on the giant hand. Oh lord. I don't know.
So those containers are essentially like stepping stones for you if you need.
Stepping stones of hope? No, wait, that was a bad reference. I think Rushka, if she's still in chat, will like facepalm hearing that reference. Also very interesting that the when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh god, okay, yeah, I have to really use the stepping stones. I wondered how the astronaut would move, like if we had full control, but he just aligns the ball. Okay, that is just...
Yeah, you might, I'm not sure you're gonna make it unless you really pull out your inner Tiger Woods now.
Wait, I'm gonna put it in the thumb. Oh! Oh, okay, I thought the thumb was also permanent. And I had to kind of like thread the needle between the pink container and the thumb. Ah. Tiger Woods! No! Also, Rishka was facepalming. I love you. Okay, let's put it like this.
There you go.
And then we put it up there.
Alright. I think you've saved this one. You might actually get it.
That takes the edge off. Of everything. So that's almost... Oh! Oh, what?! Can I get a replay on that? I think I have a bug to report. Oh god. I swear to god, I have one stroke left.
A bit more power. That's not gonna go through. A bit more.
I'm tilting my joystick, but it has like a dead zone. Okay, I think this.
Yeah, I think that's good. Good. Okay.
No! the ball. What?
The ball self-destructs. They have the technology. They're very bored up there. Like, what else are they gonna do?
It literally destructed my face. Cyber, welcome. Alright, let's do this again. No, that's bad. Wait, can I hole in one through that little hole in the bottom? That's the question.
Can.
Yeah, I mean, I can, but will I?
Yeah.
No.
Mars doesn't. Where I come from, the smell of the ocean.
Hey!
There you go.
Bananas, coconut.
Wait, where is...
Food, ropa vieja, de la abuelita, el con gris,
That is amazing.
yuca con mojito.
Alright, let's go.
SWAT team tactics.
I'm really bad with the like I still haven't got used to the what is it called, like the weight of the ball, how well
Yeah,
like the curvature
yeah.
would be.
Also, that's why I prefer playing myself with the mouse. I feel like you can actually get a better sense of the weight that way.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just preference or I've just spent like so many hours playing it that way that when I get it on control, I'm just like, no.
I wonder if story mode has something like kind of like a oh come on, the shit stopped me. What the heck?
It's like in life.
If story mode has something like a full vector analysis kind of thing.
What do you mean? I'm not following.
Like here the arrow is only so long.
Mm-hmm.
And like that it gets extended all the way, so you actually see how the ball...
No. So the extent of how far you can hit is what you're seeing here. We were talking about it as sort of like a free update, like later, to like basically, essentially something that will break the game. Because once you can start powering through like all the obstacles they put in place, it kind of makes the game a lot easier. So maybe they'll do something like that where there's like different gravity or like you being able to like power the shot up like massively.
Oh. No one knows the way. I found a book. Keep Ithaca always in your mind. Konstantin Kafafi. Now what is this? What is this reference, huh?
You're asking the wrong person, unfortunately. I guarantee you, even if I had like one of the devs in here, he might say, "Fuck, I don't remember that." Was someone else put that on the team?
Oh, that honestly, that would be like a great Easter egg hunt. If there are references in the game that devs forgot what they reference to, if a fan finds them, they get like a, I don't know, soundtrack or something for free. Key. That would be amazing. Rishka asks, so are the people on the radio always talking about how they miss Earth?
Yeah, that's pretty much sort of like the theme of the radio station, Radio Nostalgia. They're phoning in and they're kind of sharing some of their memories, that their last like more vivid memories they have from when they were still on Earth. Some of the later stories get like a little bit more darker, where like they start remembering stuff about like the final evacuation, or there's one story where a guy points out like something that humanity did that really like destroyed like the environment. But more or less, it's like these sort of like, it's kind of stories that you would hear if you like in the back, if you were like in a canteen somewhere, like not something that's like, you know, scripted and like they have something very like concrete to tell you. There's the Amazon reference.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. Also, okay, I just scanned this thing. This is Chinese for made in China.
Ah, there we go.
I just scanned this thing with my phone, and yeah, we have the YOLO over there. Here's traffickers, no-cost labor providers. That's kind of very sus. Oh, what's this? Tres Island? No. Huh, I can't even read that. Traffickers, Birdshit, Orinoto. Yeah, the Orinoto one is really subtle. I gotta hand it to you. That is really nice. The
it
smile.
Wasn't until the dev told me it. I'd seen that thing like 100 times. I didn't once wonder what it was, and then he told me. I was like, "Fuck, that's brilliant."
Okay, this was embarrassing. Nice. Is that an original song?
Yep. All of these are original.
Then I really have to ask, is there an OST purchasable?
The soundtrack is actually free with the game.
Like, the soundtrack is free for the game.
Yeah.
My lord. That's why we love indie games.
Yeah. At the end of the game, you get a free graphic novel that sort of explains more about sort of the story of the astronaut, especially if like you didn't pick up some of like the more subtle things that they hinted as to like why he's here and like what he's going through.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then at the end of the book, there is a download link for the full soundtrack.
Oh, that's so cool. Like, basically you... Did you just see that? That is the reaction I also had for... no, wait, what is the protagonist? Stanley? No.
Charlie.
Charlie, that's Lee. That's the same reaction I had, Charlie. That's really nice, like, rewarding... I swear to God. Strike limit no! That's really nice, rewarding the players who like to invest their time with more stuff to invest their time with, really.
Yeah.
Can I...
So,
no, okay, that doesn't work.
you can ricochet off the wall behind you.
Oh, of course!
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that is... See, that's why I got a 5 in maths. Geometry. Rishka asked a very deep question. I think one of the people on the radio talked about survival skills a few moments ago. Do you know where the writers get the inspiration for the dialogues?
You know what? There's a lot of it, because like it's sort of they went through this like this they had this weird sort of like mindset where like they need to kind of create an idea of people reminiscing over something that they don't have a reference for. So like they looked through sort of a lot of things about like you have stories of survivors guilt from guys, from people who come back from war, from people who like survive sort of disasters. And so like there's things like that they've peppered in, but they also wanted to make sure that like not every story is like this bleak, depressing thing. So like, for example, you'll later hear the story of a girl who's talking about she remembers like going clubbing in Vienna, and then she'll like reminisce about that. And that's just sort of like these idea of like basic personal stories that they kind of like peppered in here and there. When you have the idea, when your basic idea is just like pretend Earth is no longer here and what would you miss, that was sort of like the inspiration they were going for.
Also, I'm gonna take you up on your tip. I'm gonna switch to mouse. Let's see. Alright. Man, this game is really great. Gotta say, like, the love that goes into depicting a bleak future, as ironic as it sounds, is amazing. And this is...
They were also very clever about like how they also like presented it. Like they could have made it a lot more like grim and dark, but like they intentionally put in things like bright neons, and like they intentionally have the character this bright orange color, so that it's not again like an apocalypse like you have in something like, I don't know, Metro or like Fallout, where everything is just absolutely destroyed, because they don't want you to like feel completely hopeless. They want it to be more gentle and subtle. So there was a lot of thought that went into the art design and the visuals.
Don't worry, the hopelessness will come in the next few years. Something.
Yeah. You got 2 more shots here.
Is that a baby on radio right now? Oh, come on.
It was a project I funded from the very beginning.
Yes! Oh, but I didn't get both diaries. I need to. I want the lore.
I'm so grateful for the opportunity to further human survival in our solar system.
The person on radio sounds like she's just reading this off.
Yeah. So like, you know, there's this whole idea of like, you know, if you're in that colony, there's probably certain rules that you have to follow, right? And so there's probably a certain expectations as to how you speak about the colony. And so she intentionally sounds like she's a bit robotic or a bit dead inside.
The beauty of my home.
The nature coastline, the old lighthouse, and the food. The houses of our friends are...
I really
I think that's too much. You're gonna overshoot. Yeah, that I think is the money spot there.
Oh! No! If I was a little bit more powerful. Like, watch me mess this up, though. Oh, phew. At least I got the second diary, alright. Regret is unbearable. They didn't let me go back for her. Perhaps I could have done something. Steal ship or fly back. There's no excuse, really. We are always responsible. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is... Survivor's Guide. Oh, this is nice. Yacht without a party, so forth. Ooh, I think that's Russian. Let me get my translator out. What do I say? That's like really honestly like psychological manipulation. Where you have this baby. Is that a gun? Amazing.
Precious as a new life is the water that sustains.
Alright, let me
You
have
might
this
notice
thing
that it doesn't
here.
rain here on Mars. So another friendly reminder.
Actually, I've been really into... Oh, this is progress. This is Russian for progress.
Perestroika.
Yeah, I've been really into the, like, sci-fi kind of... Oh, what about these bears? No! The suitcases. It's really a pleasure also to take, like, the small... small details in, really. Oh, there's the hole. Oh god.
Nostalgia from Mars.
I've been really into sci-fi stories. I started reading a new one by the author of The Martian, if you know the movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a new one called Artemis, and I read that, and it's really interesting how everybody depicts the future differently, and it's really great. They have a colony on the moon, not on the Mars as here, but man, that's I just dig sci-fi. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh no! How can I abort things?
If you're on mouse, then right-click.
Alright, I will try that next time. Because right now I had... Oh no, don't go in the water. Good. Because right now I had the problem that I didn't have enough space on my screen to fully have the thing. Alright. Leroy Jenkins. Oh!
There you go.
Ooh. Not quite, but very good.
Classy. No, very well done. A lot of people like mess up on this level a lot.
But now watch me absolutely...
Maybe a little too much, but there you go.
Got it! Woo! New diary notes. Let's go. I know the persons who own this yacht. Are they still alive? I hope not. Is that Polish for Katowice?
No, that's also a Russian word.
Alright, let me hear. I love that we're living in a future where you can just Google Translate off the screen. Okay, I guess it's a town name. Katsuya. Oh, what are these? Are these cannons?
Those are rocket launchers. I think it's a very strong reference to sort of the whole Patriot defense missile system. It's like, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like that's US program where they have like these missile silos all around Europe, and it's causing a lot of tension between Europe and Russia because of the United States wanting to place their military installations here.
Yeah, exactly. I once saw a post on Reddit being like, man, Russia is so aggressive. Look how close they built their country to the missile defense system of the US. They're clearly...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying Russia,
Yeah, Russia's good, Russia's bad.
Yeah.
It's just ironic.
Yeah. It's both sides are basically the aggressors here. And we're stuck in the middle of it, kind of.
If a war goes on long enough, it doesn't matter who started it. That's like the deepest thing I said all day. Alright, let's go here. So, is this the developer's first game? Do you know that? Oh, water.
Sort of. They had a game that they released. This is essentially the first game that they did as full-time developers. Part of it they did while they were still working full-time jobs, and they developed it then part-time, but then it got to a point where they saw, we have something here, so they went full-time. Prior to this, they had a small mobile game, which isn't really much of a game, but more of an awareness campaign. It's where you essentially run a child sweatshop, and they did it as they did it in partnership to bring awareness to what's the name, the whole plight of a lot of these where a lot of companies outsource their production to very questionable producers. And that's also sort of where those teddy bears come from. That's one in that mobile game there. You're running a factory line of children who are putting together teddy bears.
That's very morbid, amazing.
Yeah.
And I gotta agree with Rishka. The soundtrack and the visuals are amazing. Oh no, water! The water always messes me up here. But yeah, since everyone is very eager to play the game, the release date is in
about a week, like a week and a day. Friday,
right.
September 3rd.
Jesus, that is so close.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's still a lot to do.
Well, this key that you give me, well, is that the full version of the full game, or?
Yeah, this is the full game.
Oh
like,
my lord. Hey.
I found your channel like somehow earlier, to be honest. And
What?
I was like, I don't know how I came across your channel, but I did like earlier. And I was actually going to send you a key, but I couldn't find an email for you. So I was like, crap, okay, I need to move on. But when I saw your description of like, you play games and you write about kebabs, I was like, this is a man I want to work with. Unfortunately, because I didn't find an email, I was like, crap, I don't have time, I need to move on. So like, there's like a little suggestion, like I'm sure quite a few developers have like come across your channel in the past also. If you have like an email listed somewhere that they could reach you.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting suggestion. I always thought they would maybe reach out. With water. I need 8 strokes and I'm still here. I always thought they would like reach out through Twitter DMs or something, but yes, that is a very good suggestion. I will put an email there. You know what the problem with my email is though? My email is pelix000000@gmail.com. When I created this, like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something, I wanted, obviously, to have pelix00@gmail.com, but that was taken. So I just added zeros until it wasn't taken. And then I arrived at 5 zeros, and my OD, what is it called? My OCD kind of went like, it's not even, so I made another 0. So that's why I have such a long email and why it always lands in everyone's spam.
The thing is, though, they're the ones going to be emailing you as opposed to the other way. So, like, you might as well just put it there. Or you can make a new one just for, like, this channel.
Oh god, Palix, that you managed
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I didn't even look! Yo, this was blindfolded. Oh god, Palix, let me manage emails and increase. This is a crisis. Hey, if you want to take work off my shoulders, sure. But yeah, it's very nice to hear that, like, I'm on the on the screen for some developers as a content creator.
Yeah, you're out there. I don't remember where I came across you, but I literally came. And then when you messaged me, I was like, I know this guy. It's the kebab guy.
It's a kebab. Hey, I recently visited my favorite kebab place in the whole world, back in my parents' place, and they really, like, the pandemic did them dirty. They decreased the size of the doner, they increased the prices. It's terrible.
Oh.
It's
you
rough.
think at a place like that, if they just do delivery, they would flourish in a time of like...
Yeah, but they don't do delivery, that's the thing.
Okay.
It's, that's just... It's really... I mourned on that day, It's still a great doner, but like the size... Is that German?
Yeah. So this is the girl who's talking about clubbing in Vienna.
Oh, dang, we missed that. You have to pay people to deliver things, which are kind of expensive. Yeah, I actually met or got like a little info on them when they got paired up with the local Deliveroo, that they apparently didn't fulfill orders and stuff, so they basically got fired from Deliveroo, which I think is better for them, considering the kind of what is it called? Working conditions that Deliveroo offers with like the bad pay and everything. But yeah, it sucks for me.
I also don't ever use those services because I don't know. So many of them like popped up like just overnight, and you think to yourself, who is like actually looking into this and like regulating this? So,
you mean like the shops per se, or like the
No, those delivery those crowdsourced delivery like companies. Like here in Poland, I think they like 3 popped up within the span of like 2 years, and they've gotten massive. And I'm like, where have these people come? And like you notice that like all the people that they have hiring, like they're very young, or they look. You can clearly see that they're like they're immigrants, and you're wondering like, are these people being paid fairly? Like, I highly doubt it.
Yeah. The one thing in Germany that is pretty bad, we once Kofefe ideology, amazing. We had a couple of ones, like we had pizza.com, like pizza.de, Lieferando, Lieferheld, and they all got bought up by Lieferando, which is like Deliveroo in Great Britain. So we only have one in Germany. They have literal monopoly. So if you're like a if you want your restaurant to be known for people who order via app, then you have to just be there. It really sucks.
Okay.
How are we talking about food? This is why we get this future. Oh, are we on the other side of the Covfefe building now? No, wait, this is the one I saw in the trailer. Never mind. I thought I already did see that in the trailer. All right. Is that Russian hard step now?
It's very possible it's like Serbian techno, or like there's
amazing
Serbian turbo folk is what it's called.
Turbo folk. Also very interesting, when you're in sand, you actually have like a limited shot radius.
Yeah.
And Yarishka always order directly at the restaurant possible and support your locals. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same.
That's what I do. If I it rolled in the sand. Are you kidding me? If I order something from Lieferando, usually I just check out if the store actually has a like a own.
Yeah, hang on, I wanted to give you a hint here.
Wait, I think.
Wait,
no, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
There you go. Ta-da!
I'm a genius. I'm a genius. No hints needed. Only the hint that there is a hint possible needed. We're going. If they have like an own delivery service. Something very nefarious that Lieferando does is host their own website. So, for example, if there's a place called Tony's Pizza.
Yeah.
Then obviously you look for Tony's Pizza, and then you have like Lieferando, which you don't want to support because you want to support Tony's Pizza, and then you can go to tonyspizza.com. But that site is also owned by Lieferando, and it's so nefarious. It's so nefarious.
There's no way to get around it. Like, there's this thing of like, you know, a lot of people, or like there's this thing where a lot of like these huge companies, they've kind of like put together this messaging of like a lot of the problems in the world are like on our shoulders, on like on the shoulder of the people, but they're the ones causing it, and they're trying to like shift the blame away from themselves, like shift the attention away from themselves.
Exactly. Like I really kind of hated when like we often see the carbon footprint of the standard European, the standard US, the standard Chinese, and some, but and then basically the carbon footprint per person. But what it really is, where are the companies?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all right. I see this stream has devolved into Capitalism Critique 101.
Yeah,
please take out your books. I hope you didn't buy them. I hope you pirated them.
That's the nature of the game. It inspires revolution.
And honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but it's really a very Polish game to be made. I feel like Poland really digs the capitalism critical games.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like, these guys are Serbian, so they're kind of in the same boat. So, like, you know, post what's the name? Iron Curtain, post communism. So they were promised like a certain like freedom that came with capitalism, and then because they saw both sides, they saw the side of like communism, which was absolutely terrible, and now they're seeing the side of capitalism, which also like is raising questions. So
exactly,
I think like a lot of like developers who either grew up in that period or have like parents that have like told them stories about it, like it's very, very like ingrained in them as to like There's something missing here in terms of a middle ground.
Yeah, my parents are from Poland, so every time my dad starts with, "When I was younger, I used to live in communism," I always roll my eyes. Neon heart emoji, and also Rishka, same. I actually get to lay down because this is the last game of today's session. I'll stream later at 9 p.m. too. It's massive. Oh, radioactive udders again. I love it.
There you go.
Pineapple pizza. Why? This is the downfall of humanity. See, this is what caused the apocalypse. Wanna say I get to lie down, have a small short nap, get nightmares about the future, and then I'll be back again. We need to play some very cute games, I think, next to level this
Palate
out.
cleanser.
I know you're probably busy with a lot of interviews and stuff, but I hope you also... Oh, the sand, of course, the sand, of course. Sure, yeah, because the desertification, yeah, that makes sense, actually. I hope you also have time to check out some demos, because Gamescom is just lovely.
Since we had early access to the booth, I already went around and looked at some of the games.
Yeah, same.
Some of them are really, really cool.
Yeah, the booths are really nice. This year I didn't really look at the booths because I have enough demos to play, so I don't need to look at the booths. Last year I had too much fun with the booths, so I didn't actually manage to play that many demos, and this time I want to play more demos. Oh, that was skillful. 10 par achievement. It's just very lovely. Have you been ever to the physical Gamescom?
Yes, I have.
Nice.
Both exciting and tiring at the same time.
That is a very good description, very apt one. I think my first Gamescom was in 2016. So I visited 16, 17, 18 physical, and then the rest was, well...
Yeah.
No, wait, 19 was also...
19 was still around.
Yeah, so I got 4 Gamescoms down under my belt. And every... especially at the first Gamescom, I woke at 6 a.m., went on the train, haven't been there at 8, so I can stand in the line, so it opens at 9, I can rush to the one AAA game I want to see, because the real problem is the big booths. You don't want to wait for hours, so if you want to do one big booth, then go at the beginning. That's the best bet you have.
Yeah, there's a whole strategy behind doing it.
Exactly, and then I just hung around the Indie Arena booth all the time. It was so lovely. The Indie Arena booth really kind of changed my life, actually. I got to QA and beta test and play test and also translate a couple of games. It was really lovely.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Also, yeah, Rishka and I met at Gamescom. Yeah, she was a lovely cosplayer, and I had a Snapchat memory of me waking up at 5:30 a.m. for Gamescom a few days ago. Amazing. Oh, I actually remember, we have a channel point award for 150 channel points, and I'll get to show you a picture of previous Gamescoms. So if anybody wants to redeem that, then I have to legally. Hello, Attention Host Germany, how are you doing? Alright, when I was a kid, I thought the building was an ugly piece of brutalist modernism named after a communist company. After they named it was just some post-communist tycoon. Now I love it. Naming is important. They named the new capital Tesla City. Not sure Nikola Tesla would have approved given his history with despicable businessmen. Oh yeah, with what's his name? Thomas Edison stealing his ideas and everything. Yeah,
that whole rivalry.
I got educated by epic rap battles of history there. Tired, very tired. Had a short workday today, only 9 hours. My God. Well, you can relax here and stream. We're only playing a very chill game about the apocalypse in the future, where Earth is a golf resort for the ultra rich. So that's very relaxing. Also, we got Migrant Hotel. What is that? Jewish Sense? Is that French?
Well, this isn't the Arc de Triomphe. There's another sort of arc in Paris, and this is.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely too small for the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
But on hipster pubes, amazing. That is. I think I'm just gonna refer to this mustache as hipster pubes. That is.
There you go.
Beautiful. All right, we've got a cow. Hopefully, the cow won't eat the golf ball. I feel like that's gonna be the. Wait, there's a kid. It did eat the golf ball.
Yeah, you saw that coming a mile away, and yet you still threw it in its face.
Alright, let's... Did I just put it in...
Yeah, you put it in the dumpster, but you can play from the dumpster, though.
I mean, I'm already playing from the dumpster, aka
Exactly.
my room.
The world is already a dumpster here.
Alright, then I'm gonna do a little one here. Okay,
There
don't
you
get
go.
it. Don't
There
move,
you
cow,
go.
please. Alright, great. The cow's too lazy, just like me. Dang it. Is somebody... What is that language?
I actually don't remember. I remember asking the guy, but I don't recall because the guy's story is that he was in Italy. So it's very possible it's it's a Balkan language.
Wait, so... Oh, come on. Is this one of the developers singing right now?
No. This is this is a friend of theirs that they got on to do this.
Yeah, I want to say lovely singing voice, gotta say. Alright, don't... Okay, good. Hello, cow, there's nothing to do... You know, the golf ball has a self-destruct mechanism. I'm very surprised the cow lived through it.
Oof, very close.
Also, if I... Yeah, the cow still has one of the tags that, like, cattle get. Very interesting. What? Oh, that is... You know, the Mars gravity has kind of, like, weakened my muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why. I still got 2 diary entries. Oh my lord. Is that an albino monkey behind the fence? Arc de Triomphe. From Napoleonic bloodsheds to my sex-fueled college semester in Paris. Liberté, égalité, fraternité, a cow's odor is neon pink. And that is the 12th level.
Yeah.
So we have to stop here, sadly. But, because we still have 3 minutes, I want to do the... Do we have, like, a level select?
Yeah, everything that you play through, you can then just go back and then decide.
Right, because I want to get the strokes, like, I want to get the diary mode, like, here. We got... Now that I'm...
On the second and the first one...
Yeah, and I think the rest the rest got.
The rest you've been
Now
blasted
that I
through.
actually got good at the game, I can... Did I just... Okay. I wonder if there's an achievement for just shooting it in the... Oh my god, Caddy! That's you! Because Rishka named is Caddy. Caddy, you're my caddy! Look, Mom, I'm in a video game! I wonder if there's an achievement for shooting in there. I'm very excited about the achievements, because you said there's some... I mean, the achievement must be fixed, but I wonder what kind of things... Oh, okay, I messed this up, probably. What kind of thing... Amazing. What kind of achievements will there be? Wait, I actually got the access to the achievements. I shouldn't have to ask. Amazing. Because, like, especially with games like this that are, like, capitalist critical, and like have a lot of humor, like the Kofefe, I think achievements like this will really, like, funny achievements would really flourish. All
yeah,
right.
they put a bit of humor into them as well.
Let's go! Diary. My legs are numb. I'm too old for these trips. 54.6 million kilometers, or as I like to play it, 1 round of playing Pokemon Go. To play a game of Go. I share nothing else with these idiots from Tesla City. He really thinks better.
Yeah,
of himself.
the Charlie did not want to be there. You sort of piece together later in the story, like how it came about that he ended up there.
And before he built like one of the he was like a scientist and built one of the domes or whatever and stuff, so he was rewarded with being there, but he actually wanted to save humanity and not the rich ones. My legs are numb, I'm too old for these trips, me leaving bed. That is a mood, Yuri. That is a mood. Is there a quick reset button, like pressing R or something? Because
if you escape, press escape, then there's an option to restart.
Yeah, but it has to scroll all the way in the sky and
I
then
know,
back.
I know. It's this artistic debate that we had when we were talking with them. Like, you
Oh,
sure
no.
you wanted?
Yes! Oh!
It's going in though. Bam!
In there! In there! Let's go. But here I am, so many lonely, guilt-ridden years have passed. Oh, this is nice. 11, 12, migrant, and then the rest. Reset. There's missing like a level select button. Thanks for the GG. But let's go back there. Score. Can you actually compare the score to like Friends or something?
We were looking into like having online leaderboards, but it got to a point where we're like, all right, we have X amount of things that we need to do for this game, and like, what do we need done now versus later?
Yeah.
So online leaderboards are on the list of like, it would be nice. It all really depends, sort of like how the game does, as to whether the developers can actually sit down and actually put more work into it, because they're already working on 2 other games that are sort of built sort of in the same world that they've kind of come up with here. And so it's going to be this kind of juggling act of like, where do they put their attention? So far, like, it looks like a lot of people are very interested in the game. So like, we have hope. Like, we as the publisher are not putting any pressure on the developer of like, you need to promise, you know, X amount of features coming later. We'll obviously patch in anything that's like, you know, if there's like bugs or anything that come up, but like, it's up to the developer to come up to the decision of like, do they have the time and the resources to add in extra stuff, maybe more levels along the line, more like features, like you said, online leaderboards. We'll see.
Yeah, honestly, lovely publisher you got there. Oh, actually, I think we're gonna go on a raid, because I see somebody streaming in the arena booth is going to play Golf Club Wasteland now.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, a German one. But yeah, this since we're wrapping up the hour and stuff, and I did everything amazing. I actually finished the game on time. What is the day? But yeah, I want to say thank you so much for being here, Paul.
Yeah, thank you so much for contacting us, for giving some time to our game. Really, really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm so glad this worked out. And what do I want to say? Any last? Oh wait, which platforms is it coming to?
It is on Steam, Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Nice. All the platforms, got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you also.
Yeah, and any last words?
I don't know. Just enjoy Gamescom. Give support to indie devs as much as you can, and I don't know.
Heck yeah.
Wishlist our game if you want. That also.
Oh,
helps.
right. Hold
Wishlist
on.
the game, because that helps a lot with like the Steam algorithm and all that stuff.
Yes, even like if you never intend to buy the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.